Hi, I'm Karen Schenkenfelder,
And I'm Chris Schenkenfelder.
and we are here to talk about being part of being the church. And I know it starts with gathering for worship, but we are both on the outreach team, and so we were asked to talk about that part of the experience of being the church. And Chris, you have been involved in the crop walk for quite some time, and I wonder if you would like to start us off by talking about how that is being the church for you.
Yeah, I've been on the crop walk now for over 10 years. And for me, it's all about the relationships inside the church and outside the church that make up the crop walk committees. Inside at Living Waters, I had four people on my committee this year: Joel Sawyer, Anita Farino, and Doris Rangi. And together, we worked really well as a team to make our crop walk as successful as it was.
Usually it's a big community walk, isn't it? And how did it change for you this year?
So this year, we couldn't meet in person like we usually do for all of our meetings. And, and I thought, how do you have a relationship unless you can meet face to face and actually see people in their face and body language and things like that? Instead, because of the pandemic, all of our meetings were virtual and on Zoom, and you had to come up to speed really fast to understand how to do a Zoom meeting because it's the same but different. Got to see everybody's faces, but you didn't get to see them.
So did it feel like a community and did it turn out okay?
It turned out very well. Meetings were well attended. We got to know each other as we usually do. It was great to see people on Zoom come out and support the crop walk. And much to my surprise, it was very successful this year. We raised over $23,000 this year
Wow.
with the participation of 10 churches or 9 churches in one synagogue. Um, Over 100 people walked on their own because we couldn't walk in person. So I'm very pleased with how things turned out. So Karen, tell me about growing hope globally. How did that turn out this year?
So Growing Hope Globally is something that I got involved with because some people came to our congregation and told us how for they had been bringing together congregations in rural and urban communities to help people become food secure. And I was very interested in those kinds of connections where you were making connections within McHenry County. This stretched us farther, and we were connecting to other communities into the world.
How did that feel as for being church? How did that feel?
For being church, yeah, that was the connections that I'm talking about
Okay,
here.
okay.
Yeah, and we would celebrate in the fall with a harvest festival. Well, just like you, I had a surprise this year, and well, it was, I guess by the fall, it was not a surprise that we could not have the harvest festival, but we still, they encouraged the congregations in the suburbs and the cities to continue to support the growing projects. And we were able to have a great success with our garden that Audra led, and with the bake sale that we had in October. And also, as we did last year, we'll be sending $1,000 to our growing project in Earlville to keep the good works going in spite of doing it in a new way.
Very great. We both had good years then.
Yeah, yeah. It feels great to be the church because this stuff would be too hard to do without the community and without God making it all possible.